Most people treat journaling like a method, something you use. You open a notebook, write what you're feeling, try to make sense of it, and then close it. It becomes a routine, a practice, a habit you either keep up with or fall behind on. And when you fall behind, there's a familiar thought: I should get back to it. As if you've missed something, as if you need to catch up. But what if that's not what this is? What if writing isn't something you use, but something you relate to? Because if you look closely, your journal doesn't behave like a tool. It doesn't give you the same result every time, it doesn't respond the same way on every page. Some days it feels easy to write, other days you hesitate, sometimes it feels like it understands you, other times it feels distant. That's not how tools work, that's how relationships feel. They shift, they require presence, they change depending on how you show up. And once you start seeing journaling this way, something softens. You stop expecting consistency in the way you usually define it. You don't measure it by how many days you've written it in a row. You don't approach it with the same pressure to do it right. Instead, you begin to notice something else: how you're showing up to it. Are you being honest on the page? Or are you holding something back? Are you rushing through it or actually staying with what you're writing? These questions don't come from discipline, they come from attention. And attention is what makes any relationship feel real. If you ignore it for a while, it doesn't disappear, but when you return, you feel the distance. The page feels unfamiliar, your words feel slightly disconnected. Not because you've lost the ability to write, but because you've been away from that space. And when you stay with it over time, a kind of familiarity builds. You know how to begin without overthinking, you recognize your own patterns more quickly, you trust the process a little more. Not because you've mastered it, but because you've spent time with it. This is also where reading quietly becomes part of the same relationship. Because the way you relate to books often mirrors the way you relate to your own thoughts. Some writers feel distant, some feel easy to return to, some require effort, some feel like they meet you halfway. And over time, you begin to notice what kind of voices you stay with. The awareness changes how you write. You stop trying to sound a certain way, you stop shaping your thoughts into something presentable. You begin to write in a way that feels closer to how you actually think. Because the page isn't something you're performing on, it's something you're in conversation with. If you've ever had a phase where writing felt natural, almost automatic, and another where it felt distant, even forced, you've already experienced this. It's not about discipline, it's about connection. And connection doesn't stay the same. So maybe the question isn't, am I journaling consistently? Maybe it's more about, what kind of relationship do I currently have with my own writing? Is it something I'm avoiding, something I'm rushing through, or something I'm actually staying with? Just notice it the next time you sit down with a page, because once you begin to see writing this way, it stops feeling like something you have to keep up with and starts feeling like something you can return to. Without needing to be perfect, without needing to catch up, just by showing up again the way you would in any relationship that matters.